Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be talking about the comparison of the latest and greatest smartphones on the market. The Samsung Galaxy S23 Ultra and the Apple iPhone 14 Pro Max. Design and display. The Ultra now has a more boxy design, while the standard S23 and its sibling the Plus have gotten rid of the camera island plateau on the back in favor of the Ultra's protruding lenses. The design of the iPhone 14 Pro Max was not changed, though a few new color options were added. It's awkward and cumbersome to use with one hand, unlike the curved display of the Ultra. When compared to the square iPhone, the S23 Ultra's steeper curvature radius of the side frame makes it fairly comfortable to hold and operate with one hand. Additionally, the S Pen stylus on the S23 Ultra allows for doodling, which the iPhone lacks. The iPhone 14 Pro Max, like most other flagship smartphones, feature a vertically stacked camera system, but its three lens rings stick out from the back independently. The display. Apple installed a brilliant OLED display of the most recent generation in the iPhone 14 Pro Max. This is the same cutting-edge technology that Samsung implemented in the Galaxy S23 Ultra. The Ultra features a 6.8-inch panel with a resolution of 2K from Samsung's 12th generation OLED display generation. This is the same generation of display that significantly increased the maximum brightness of the Galaxy Z Fold 4 in comparison to the Z Fold 3, as well as the one that brought the record maximum brightness of 2000 nits to the iPhone 14 Pro Max. The price. The 128GB model of the iPhone 14 Pro Max is the reason why its starting price is $100 less than that of the Galaxy S23 Ultra. This is because the Galaxy S23 Ultra only comes in a 64GB configuration. Prices become comparable once you reach the 512GB and 1TB storage tiers. Despite the fact that Apple charges an arm and a leg for additional storage, while Samsung manufactures its own storage and begins with 256GB of storage capacity. The camera. The camera hardware is an area in which the Galaxy S23 Ultra will once again be leagues and leagues ahead of its primary rival among the products offered by Apple. The new custom 200MP ISOCELL HP6 main camera sensor with 0.6 micron pixels is the most significant upgrade that comes with the Galaxy S23 Ultra. Samsung developed this sensor specifically for its flagship model in 2023 and included it in the Galaxy S23 Ultra. Even though Apple has finally moved on from its 12MP camera lineup and has equipped the iPhone 14 Pro Max with a 48MP sensor, it is still not enough to compete with the level of detail and resolution that the S23 Ultra will be capable of producing. Performance and software. The Snapdragon 8 Generation 2 chip seems to be on par with the iPhone 14's Apple A15 processor, at least in the multi-core results, despite being clocked lower, and it only gives way to the new Apple A16 in the 14 Pro Max in the multi-core count. However, it does not give way to the A16 in gaming performance, where it meets and even beats the A16 because it stays cooler under gaming pressure. However, the Galaxy S23 Ultra is equipped with a customized Snapdragon 8 Generation 2 called Mobile Platform for Galaxy. This Snapdragon 8 Generation 2 has a higher clock speed than the standard 3.2 GHz version that Qualcomm announced. Rather, it is clocked at the long-rumored 3.36 GHz, which provides a challenge to Apple's market dominance. Battery life and charging speeds. The iPhone 14 Pro Max has an excellent battery life, but the battery life of the Galaxy S23 series is also getting a 20% bump, thanks to the utilization of a new Snapdragon 8 Generation 2 processor made on a second-generation 4nm technology, as well as the newer LTPO OLED panel generation that it brings to the table. Both of these factors contribute to the battery life of the Galaxy S23 series. Although the iPhone 14 Pro Max was able to outperform the Galaxy S22 Ultra by a significant margin in some of our battery benchmark tests, The Galaxy S23 Ultra, which is the successor to the Galaxy S22 Ultra, now runs on par with the iPhone 14 Pro Max in the browsing test thanks to its 5000 mAh battery. The Galaxy S23 Ultra only falls short in 3D gaming and video streaming endurance competitions. When compared to the most recent iPhone model, the Galaxy S23 Ultra excels in terms of its ability to charge quickly. It takes about an hour and a half for a 5000 mAh battery pack to be fully charged using Samsung's 45-watt charger, which is not quite as fast as the OnePlus 11's charging time of 23 minutes for a 5000 mAh battery. However, Samsung's rapid charging speeds are still pretty decent overall. When compared to the iPhone 14 Pro Max, which requires almost 2 hours to fully charge a smaller unit at a maximum of 27 watts, Samsung once again beats Apple in terms of charging times. Even people with a significant financial investment in the Apple ecosystem might be tempted to grab a Galaxy S23 Ultra as soon as it hits the shelves. The design of Samsung's flagship device for 2023 is more ergonomic and includes an S Pen stylus. Under the hood, it will feature upgrades such as a new 4nm processor that will allow it to match the capabilities of the iPhone, even the Pro model with the Apple's A16 chip. The choice between the two will largely depend on your personal preference and priorities. Thank you for watching, and be sure to like and subscribe for more comparisons and tech content.